Here's this must be Malcolm X, if I can remember right. And there he has on a Masonic ring, by the way. You can see, I believe, from here it's hard to see, but I believe in that picture there is a square and compass of the Masons. So he was not only a black Muslim, yeah, there it is, but he was a Mason. And there's the Prince Hall Masons, made up almost entirely of black people, black men, that is.
Right.
And here he's pointing to his head, and he's basically asserting that he is more intelligent and more all-knowing than the masses. And I would think that black people would be insulted. By the way, the X, of course, some people think it's from the Islamic faith or whatever, but of course X was one of the signs of Osiris, the Egyptian sun god. And the Islamic faith has many, many old vestiges of the old religions. Osiris, there we have the X again and various other symbols.
And it has the it was in the placement of the hands.
The placement of the hands in the cross. By the way, in some Masonic orders, they have Masonic funerals, and they do the legs or the hands
of
the body. Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then right before the casket is covered, they cross the hands, just as they did in the ancient death burial rites of the Egyptian mummies and so forth. So here again, they hearken all the way back to the ancient mystery religions. And yet many of these people have the gall to call themselves Christians. Now there's Stephen King doing the X. And
that last mummy actually was Ramses, who
is
one of George Bush's descendants.
Oh, it could be.
According to David Icke.
Oh, really? So David Icke. I didn't know about that.
That's one of George Bush's relatives right there.
Well, yeah.
According to David Icke. Yeah.
I thought you meant that the brain power was exactly the same at this moment in time. I didn't know what you were referring to. But we saw Stephen King there. Of course, he's the king of the horror genre, fiction. But isn't it interesting? This was from either Time or Newsweek magazine, one of them. But here's an enigmatic sign he's giving, a mysterious sign. There was no caption that explained it. This is, people don't just, you don't take a picture of them and they don't just cross their hands like this. This is very obviously a sign of the dead.
Yes.
Going all the way back to Egypt. And I think he identifies with the dead.
Yeah.
And maybe he's been given special powers by forces from beyond, in other words, demonic, to write his books and become famous and rich.
It seems that, I was watching Ocean's 12 the other day, and the guy in the movie is like, it's like this Kabbalism stuff doesn't even work.
Oh, yeah, they're sort of letting you know they're practicing Jewish Kabbalism. Jewish Kabbalism is a system of sorcery and medieval witchcraft that Albert Pike, in his Morals and Dogma, his former Sovereign Grand Commander, actually admitted was the very basis, the core of the Masonic rituals.
And then he called for the Holy Masonic Empire.
Yeah. That is the royal secret, he said, that we're going to set up an empire on Earth. Now we have the X-Files, but right before that, you had Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney was giving a speech, wasn't he?
Yeah, and there was an anomalous X that kept showing up over him.
Yeah, on CNN, and here he's giving a speech talking about trying to justify the Iraq War. This was just a week or two ago, and this X shows up. Well, does it mean he's going to be X'd out? That would mean, you're going to be killed. Well, I hope that wasn't true. I hope nobody is planning such a dastardly thing. You and I would be opposed to that.
Absolutely. Even
though he's not a very nice man. But it's interesting that somebody, maybe knowingly, put that X there.
Yeah.
Maybe they were identifying him. And by the way, he absolutely, his own office admits that he is a 33rd degree Freemason.
But they know.
Talking about his favorite color. My favorite color, orange. People laugh, people are cheering, but they have no idea why he says that, of course. Orange being the only color in numerology that is 33. A Masonic number, of course, the highest degree in the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry.
That's a beautiful flag, too. Roger, hold that up so they can see. That's really beautiful.
So you see here the Star Trek emblem, which is a chevron, as you can see here in numerology. Just so happens to be 33. Just another amazing coincidence.
Gives us a picture of both God's all-seeing eye. Gives us a picture of both God's all-seeing eye.